Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Jigyasa. I'm Devasmita. So, in this particular session or in this particular lecture, we are going to cover about the cell division or the mitotically cell division. In the previous class, we have already done or we have already completed the complete idea about the cell division and what are the types of the cell divisions. So let's start about the different types of the cell division. Here today we are going to complete about the mitosis and its significance. It's a type of the cell division. So first of all, before start of the mitosis and its significance or mitotical cell division, just recall of the what is the cell division and what are the different types of the cell division. So what are they? We have already seen in the previous class that the what is the cell division. Basically we any of the cells that arise from the its pre-existing cells in the process of the cell division, or that process is also called as the cell division because it comes from its parental cells. And when the cells divides to form the two daughter cells, and this process is known as the cell divisions. So it is also for like the karyokinesis or karyokinesis and the cytokinesis followed by because of division of the nucleus and the division of the cytoplasm. So different types of the cell division likewise we have already mentioned or we have already know about the different types of the cell division likewise. First one is the mitosis. What is or mitosis or equational division, mitosis or mitotic cell division or equational cell division. So in the mitosis or the because this is mitosis, first one is the mitosis or the mitotic cell division or the equational cell division because the chromosome numbers remain same in case of the mitosis or the mitotic cell division. Then second one is the meiosis or the meiotic cell division or reduction division. Meiosis or meiotic division or reduction cell division because in this particular cell division or in meiotically cell division the chromosome number is reduced to half as compared to its parent cells. So this is two main types of the cell division, mitosis and the meiosis. Then other cell division like the free cell formation, and another was the free cell formation, free cell formation, and this is a type of the cell division. Then amitosis, budding, amitosis, amitosis, budding, these are also the types of the cell divisions. So this is the we have already know about the different types of the cell divisions. So comes to the cell cycle, we have already know the basic idea of the cell cycle. What is a cell cycle? Because whenever the cell divides or the whenever cell enters into in the cell division, it completes this cyclic manner, it completes this cyclic manner, and it moves from this is the cell cycle. And whenever a cell divides or going to the cell division, first one is the G1 phase, G1, G1S and G2, then finally comes to its M phase or mitotic cell division. So these three things are, that is G1S, G2 is combinedly called as the interphase, and this is the mitotic phase, this is the mitotic phase. So totally the cell cycles is complete in two things, that is the one is the interphase, another one is the mitotic phase. So G1S, G2, we have already discussed about G1S and G2 or the cell cycle, and in the further session we have completely know about the cell cycle and its regulation, what is the cell so what is the enzymes or what is the cycle independent kinase, what is the cyclins, all we know about all those things or all of things. So here is then comes to today's topic, like the today's topic, that is the mitosis or the mitotic cell division or the equational cell divisions. So here is the things that is the mitosis or the mitotical cell division or the equational cell division. All of you know very well about whenever you study any vegetative cells or any of the somatic cells, you can know about the rapidly growing stage that is we normally called as the meristematic cells. We found in case of the apical stems, apical root apical meristem or the shoot apical meristem basically. So what is mitosis or the what is mitotic cell division or the equational cell division? Why this is known as the equational cell division? So mitosis or the mitotic divisions is meant for the multiplication of the cells, because here is the multiplication of cells, it means the cell is continuously dividing, that's why this is known as the multiplication of the cells. So development of the complete organism from the zygote, because whenever we see any of the cells that when the parental cells, that is the from male and the female, whenever they fused, they then further it formation of the zygote, so then the new embryo or a new development of the new organism from the zygote is by means of the mitotic cell division. So mitosis is necessary for the basically maintenance, growth, repair and the continuity of the life. So first things, that is the mitosis is generally takes place in the vegetative or the somatic cells. So whenever you know about whenever you going to some experiment, doing some experiment or anything, that first things the mitotic where mitosis is found, because mitosis is found in case of the which place, that is in case of the vegetative or the somatic cells. So in this process, one parental cell divide into two daughter cells. So when the cell is divided, when its cell is divided, then one parental cell to it formation of one. This is the one parental cell. Then it divides to two form, that is N and N. That is here is the one cell, so that is N and N. This is the zygote. Zygote it means two N. Chromosome number is equational or equaling number. That's why this is known as the equational cell division. So when chromosome number remains the same as the parental cell, so that is the daughter cells exactly resemble with its parental cell. That's why this is known as the equational cell division. So here is one thing, that is the both the parental cell and the daughter cells, both quantitatively as well as the qualitatively. So equal किस मैटर में इक्वल होंगे दोनों, both quantitatively as well as the qualitatively. So mitosis leads to increase in the number of the cells without any change in the genetic makeup. Whether जब हम लोग देखते हैं कि उसका जेनेटिक चेंजेस कुछ हो रहा है कि नहीं, तो उसमें क्या होता है, माइटोसिस में क्या होता है ना, कोई भी विदाउट एनी जेनेटिक चेंजेस इट कैन बी मल्टीप्लाई, इट कैन बी डेवलप्ड इनटू द न्यू or a new cells, or making the new cells without any changes in their genetic makeup. That's why this is known as the mitotic or the equational cell division. So mitosis can be easily observed in the meristematic cell of the cells. What is meristematic cells? Because whenever we see about the tip portion of the cells, that is likewise the root tip, either it may be shoot tip. So these are the mitotic these are the meristematic region. Meristematic region, it means meristematic cells, it means these cells have capability of the continuously dividing stage, so continuously dividing capacity. That's why this is known as the meristematic cells. So root tips, likewise onion root tips, the best example is the onion root tips. Onion root tip. So onion root tip, when we are doing some experimental in the lab, cell in cytological experiment onion cepa, allium cepa, its scientific name is, or scientific name of onion is the allium cepa. So in somatic division or whenever in mitotical cell division, then we use allium cepa root tips or the root tip of the onion. So considered to be the best material for the study of mitosis. Understand? So then comes to scientist W. Fleming in 1882 gave the term mitosis. Actually, the mitosis means it's a Greek word and derived from the Greek word. Mitos means the thread, osis means the states. So thread-like structures it shows that's why this is known as the mitosis. So, however, the mitosis was first observed in case of the plants by the E. Strasburger in 1875 and in case of the animal by W. Fleming. So, you can note down from this slide that is this is a very important and MCQ question type. It arises in the MCQ type. Um, Here is the E. Strasburger first observed mitosis in case of the plants and W. Fleming observed in case of the animals. So the actual mitotic phase or the M phase is completed in the two steps. So when we see about the cell cycle, uh, whenever we see about the cell cycle, here is the interphase completed G1S and G2. Then here is the M phase. This is the actual cell division cells or actual dividing cells or actual dividing stage. Or here is also the mitotic cell divisions also completed into the two steps. One is the karyokinesis, one is karyokinesis, and another one is the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis. So what does mean? What is karyokinesis and what is the cytokinesis? So first things, karyos means karyokinesis is actually the division of the cell. Division of the nucleus. In the karyokinesis, the nucleus is divide, and in case of the cytokinesis, here is the cytoplasm is divides. That's why this is known as the karyokinesis and the cytokinesis. So in case of the karyokinesis, that is the division of the nucleus into two. Then cytokinesis, the karyokinesis is followed by the cytokinesis. First karyokinesis occurs in our body or in our cell divisions or in our body. So here is in that is the nucleus is divided first, then it followed by the cytokinesis, and the cytokinesis is followed by the nucleus or the karyokinesis. So cytokinesis means the karyokinesis followed by the cytokinesis, that is a division of the cytoplasm into two cells or the wall formations. So let's comes to then what is karyokinesis and what is cytokinesis. So karyokinesis, it means the division of the nucleus or nucleus is divided into two. So it is also divided or it is also consist of the four stages. Likewise, what are the four stages? One is the prophase. First one is the prophase, then metaphase, anaphase, telophase. So these are the four stages of the karyokinesis. That is, the nucleus is divided is in the four different stages. First one is the prophase, second one is the metaphase, third one is the anaphase, and last one is the telophase. So what is mean? First things, that is the prophase. What is the basic role of the prophase and the cells or the nucleus? What it occurs in actually the prophase stage. So in case of the prophase stage, it is comes actually it comes after the interphase stage, because these are all of undergo in case of the mitotic phase or M phase, because here you can see that this is the M phase. Mitotic stage is here present here, and here is the G1, then S, then G2. These are also interphase stage. After the completion of the interphase stage, the mitotic stage is the mitotic stage arise or the arrive. So in mitotic stage, there is the first phase is the interphase. First phase is the interphase. So in case of the prophase, in case of the prophase comes after the interphase, which is the first and the longest stage of the mitosis, and this is the first stage of the mitotic phase, and this is the longest stage of the mitosis. So prophase is the most active of all the stages of the mitosis phase. So here is one thing, that is that whenever we see about the chromosomes, the chromosomes appear as thin, because chromosomes are the thread-like structure. So these are thin filamentous on-color structure, which firstly, whenever we see about any of the chromosomes, its structure looks like that like thread-like structure. This is the thread-like structure and thin. So in uncolored structures naturally, but whenever it in this prophase state, it comes to prophase stage, it becomes coiled. It becomes coiling in nature, and its size is shortened in nature, and it becomes thickened. It becomes thickened and more distinct by the spiralation, that is the plectronemic coiling. This is known as the plectronemic coiling. The thread like structure uh, in our cell, in our body, the chromosomes are looks like this type of, but whenever it comes to the prophase stage, it is size also thicken, size also thicken, and these are in coiling in nature. So longitudinal splitting or the division of the each chromosomes into the two sister chromatids is another feature of the prophase. So here is one thing, so this is very important, because its property of the prophase, or its main characteristic feature of the prophase. So that is, here is the longitudinal splitting or the division takes place of what the chromosomes, and chromosomes that divides to form the two sister chromatids. Here is the chromosome, and it's divided to two sister chromatids. Two sister chromatids. So two sister chromatids are the kinetour or the primary constriction, attached only at a point that called the centrosomes. So here is the one, suppose this is the chromosome, these are the two sister chromatids, and this spiral or the centrally position or the centrally presented is known as the point, is known as the, this is the centromere. This is centrum, we call as the centromere. The two sister chromatids are attached with the centromere. Clear? So then come, and this is known as the centromere or kinetochore or the primary constriction. Then comes to the nuclear membrane breaks down. Some of the nuclear membrane also present inside it. Yes or no? So nuclear membrane breaks down to form the membranous vesicles in some primitive plants like the animals, the dinoflagellates, euglena, microspora, or some prokaryotes cells. These are some nuclear membranes are doesn't dissolve. So the nucleolus disappear or the gets dispersed. So centrosome, particularly in case of the animal cells, it divides into two centrioles. So one thing is that the centrosomes is divided into two centrioles which move to opposite poles. Whenever we see about it, because this here is the centrosomes, then it divides into two and it move to two opposite poles. Suppose one is in this pole, another one is moves in this pole. So then comes to spindle is also formed in the late prophase or the early metaphase. The spindles, so spindle fibers look like this spindle fibers, which is actually which the spindle fibers are opposite to the direction, or these are straight two poles into two different directions. That's why these are the main function of the spindle fiber. That's why the two poles are moves into the opposite poles, or the two centrosomes or centrioles are moves into the two opposite poles. So cell becomes viscous and the refractive for the first time in case of the prophase. So these are the prophase. Then comes to the next phase, that is the metaphase. So metaphase, or we normally this is the second phase, and in this phase actually the chromosomes are present in the center of the cells. So at this stage, the chromosome becomes the maximally distinct. Here is the chromosomes are the more distinct in nature, and due to further contraction and the size of the chromosome is measured at the mitotic metaphase. Whenever we do some studies or work some practical or some cytological studies, we actually um, actually calculate or actually measure the chromosomes. It may be either or a size of the chromosomes in case of the metaphase stage. So due to attachment of the spindle fiber at the centromere of the chromosomes are arranged in the center or at the equator of the equatorial plate of the metaphase plate due to their active movements. So here is one thing, so that is whenever the cells are present in case of the metaphase, because in the center of the centrioles are present, or the centromeres are present, and here is the one thing, sorry, you can see, you can see in this 1 second, here one, here is the metaphase plate, here is the metaphase stage. You can see that the equatorial, these are the some equatorial plate, these are equatorial plate, and these are the two opposite poles, and these are the spindle fibers that that attract or that strain the two poles into opposite two sides of the opposite poles, and the the chromosomes are present in the center or the equatorial plate. So this is the called as the n metaphase, or the in this metaphase stage the center the chromosomes are arranged in the central position. So then comes to in case of the animal cells, actually the spindle apparatus is formed due to the division of the centrosomes or the centrioles, but in case of the plants, the spindle is still formed even in the absence of the centrosome in case of the plant cells. This is important because in case of the animal cells, there is the the spindle apparatus are formed due to the division of the centrosomes, but in case of the plants, there is centrosome absence in case of the plant cells, and the spindles are also formed without present of the any of the centromeres also, centrosomes also. So mechanism of the formation of the spindle is however not clear in case of the plant cells. So in case of the plants, there is no, its mechanism is not known till now. So in animal cells and the lower plants, the centriole are present in the and asters. Asters, that the fibers or the microtubules that in the picture on the in the figure you have already seen, that is these are the spindle apparatus, or these are called as the asters also. These are also called the asters, that these are. So the which form the spindle fibers, uh, they form the spindle fibers. Asters are form the spindle fibers. This type of the mitosis is also called as the astral or the amphiastral mitosis. So metaphase is otherwise known as the the astral or the amphiastral mitosis, because of in case of the animals and the lower plants, we called as the astral or the amphiastral mitosis. However, in case of the higher plants, there are no centrioles and hence no asters are formed. So these types of the mitosis are called the anastral mitosis. So one is astral, sorry, one is astral, one is astral, another one is anastral. So presence of presence of astral or the microtubules or the um, spindle fibers is known as astral, and this type of the mitosis is known as astral. But whenever in case of the higher plants, there is the absence of the centrioles centrioles or the spindle fibers, this, that's why no asters are formed. That's why this is known as the anastral mitosis. Clear? Okay. Then spindle fibers are chemically made up of the 97% of the tubulin proteins and microtubules. It is the protein of the microtubules, and 3% of the RNA. So for the spindle, microtubules are polar with their polymerizing plus and fast growing because of the facing centers, and the non-polymerizing, that is the slow growing facing poles. So it have the two poles. Microtubules have the spindle microtubules have the two poles. One is plus and another one is minus. That is plus end, it indicates the fast growing, and minus end, it indicates the negative or the slow growing. Then comes to the anaphase. This is the third step, or the third stage, and this is the shortest stage of the mitosis, because in this anaphase stage, the chromosomes are divided at a point of the centromeres or the kinetochore, and the two sister chromatids are formed, which are now called as the chromosomes. Clear? So interzonal fibers appear between the daughter centromeres, that is formed after the division of the centromeres, that is the two sister chromatids or the further chromosomes or the daughter chromosomes now move towards the opposite poles of the spindles. And this movement is due to repulsion between the centromeres and the contraction of the spindle fibers and the relaxation of the interzonal fibers. So this is the very important for and main characteristic feature of the anaphase stage. That is, in this anaphase stage, the two centromeres are repel each other, and due to repulsion between the centromeres, there is the contraction of the spindle fibers, and the spindle fibers that contract with each other. That's why it the movement of the poles into two opposite poles, and the relaxation of the interzonal fibers. So in due to this repulsion or due to this contraction of the spindle fibers, there is the chromosomes are appears in the different shapes. One is like V shaped, G shaped, L shaped, or I shaped. So depending upon the position of the kinetochore or the centromeres, the shape of the chromosome is determined in the mitotic anaphase. So here is one thing, that is, in case of the mitotic phase, we have already mark that the chromosomes are arranged in the central position, in the equatorial region, in the central position. But in case of the anaphase stage, they move towards the poles, the opposite poles, and it becomes different shapes like the V shaped or J shaped, L or I shaped. So you can see about that the whether it may be different shows any different stages of the chromosomes whenever you see in a slide of a slide in a of a chromosomes. So you can easily say that this is the present in case of the anaphase stage, or this is the mitotic phase. So because of the due to various shape. um, so this is the figure of the picture of the different stages of the mitotic cell divisions. This is in here is the early prophase stage, and here is the chromosomes are like thin and type. This is the middle prophase. Here is the some. Then here in case of the late prophase, you can easily see that, or clearly see that these are the chromosomes are thicker in size, smaller in size, and these are calling in nature. Then comes to the prometaphase. Then metaphase, in case of the metaphase stage, the equatorial chromosomes arranged in the equatorial regions and the middle of the cells, or the middle of the center of the cells. And in case of the anaphase stage, these they are constricted, or they are moved towards opposite poles, and they appear that here you can see that this is the V shaped of the chromosomes. This is the V shaped of the chromosome, like the J shaped of the chromosomes, I shaped chromosome, different types of the different shapes of the chromosomes according to their centromere positions. This is the anaphase stage. Then prophase, anaphase, then comes to the telophase. The telophase is the last one, and In these, actually, the daughter cells, the chromosome reach opposite poles of the spindle. The chromosomes now become the decondensed, uncoiled, and now clear in the outline. Here is one thing, that is, in the first stage, you can see the in case of the early prophase, what are the chromosomes shapes, because it is a thin and look like very uh, spread all over, like the very thin and condensation, not decondensed type, uncoiled type structure. And likewise in case of the telophase also, the chromosome now become decondensation process and uncoil and not clear in case of their outline. So disintegration of the spindle fibers occur at this stage. Here you can see that the spindle fibers are, because whenever you see that the spindle fibers are attached with each other, and in case of the last stage or the telophase stage, the decondensation process occurs of the spindle fibers. So the nuclear membranes get disappear around the each group of the chromosomes. Then also nuclei also make their appearance, thus forming the two daughter nuclei. So one daughter nuclei से ये क्या बन गया ना, two daughter nuclei. Here you can see that this is the two daughter nuclei formation, because whenever it attaches in the single cells, so it looks like this like appearance. Then then the nucleolus also disappear, the spindle fibers also reappears, disintegration of the spindle fibers also occurs. Then some chromosomes, then decondensed type, uncoiled structure, then this two daughter nuclei, or then after sometimes get disappear, or they can be separated from the each others. Here you can see that. So in finally the two daughter cells are separate from each other here. So these are the cell division of, this is the mitotic cell divisions. So here this is the telophase stage, that is the chromosome reach opposite poles of the spindle, and the chromosomes now become the decondensed, uncoiled, or the not clear in the outline. So their outline also disappear at the time of duration. The last one, or the wall also, yeah, its decondensation process occurs, and disintegration of the spindle fibers also occur at this stage. Then the nuclear membrane also reappears around the each group, because each both are separated in form na. So nuclei also make their appearance, thus forming the two daughter cells, and the two daughter cells get separate from one another. Then comes to the cytokinesis. In this process, or the cytokinesis process, the two daughter nuclei are completely completely different, or completely separated from one each other. So karyokinesis results in the formation of two nuclei inside the cell, and how it is followed by the division of the cytoplasm. So this forming the two daughter cell, that is the daughter nuclei, or the daughter cells. So cytokinesis is up to it is up also two methods, followed by two methods. One is the cell Furey methods, another one is the cell plate method. So in case of the cell Furey method, actually this is occurs mainly in case of the animal cells, and cell Furey methods is mainly found in case of the animal cells, and a cell plate method is found in case of the plant cells. Because in case of the cell Furey method, actually there is the absence of the cell wall, that's why it is followed by the cell Furey method. But whether there is a presence of any cell wall, like in case of the plant cells, there is a presence of the cell plate method, or it is followed by the cell plate method. So this is not a more flexible plasma membrane from the outer layer of the cells. A circular constriction or the invagination appears at the center or the equator. which depends gradually, and finally two total cells are the separated. Whenever we see in any the cell karyokinesis, or in case of the telophase, basically inside sorry inside inside a cell there is appearance of the two daughter nuclei. There is the appearance of the two daughter nuclei look like this type of the cells. So in this cell plate method or the cell furrow method, this is the nuclear division. So this is the karyokinesis, and it is followed by the cytokinesis. Whenever we um, follow the cytokinesis process, the two daughter nuclei are separated, because in this process whenever they attach with each other, that person will be separated, that person disappears, and the two daughter nuclei are separate from each other. Clear? So in case of the cell plate method, this is the characteristic of the plant cells, because here is the presence of the cell wall, that's why this is followed by the cell plate method, and it is provided by the Golgi apparatus unite to form the phragmoplast, which is joined to form the cell plate. So cell plate is first laid down in the center and then proceed towards the periphery. First things that the cell plate is formation in case of the first in the central position, central portion, then after it moved towards the periphery region. So cell wall material are the now laid down in the both the sides of the cell plate, and thus forming the two daughter cells. So here is the mitotic cell division. So the mitosis, two daughter cells are exactly similar to the parent cells are formed from a single parental cells. So it's the characteristic feature of the mitosis or the mitotic cell division is that the two daughter nuclei formed from the one parental cells are identical. Here is suppose here is one n number of chromosomes, then the two daughter nuclei have carry the two n n number of the chromosomes, and both are identical copies of its parental cells. That's why this is known as the mitotic cell division or the mitosis, or we call normally called as the equational cell division. So period of active mitosis or the mitotic cell division ranges from 10 minutes to several hours. So the completion of actual mitotic cell division, mitotic phase, it may be 10 minutes to several hours. So basically 1 hours, it complete within 1 hours. So further higher the temperature, lesser will be the time taken. So it depends upon the temperature also. Higher the temperature, there is the lesser will be the time taken. So one thing is the colchicine treatment. Have you ever heard the term that is the colchicines? Because it is basically used for any hybrid production, and the colchicine, whenever the chromosome number is doubling, or its size is also doubling after the treatment of the colchicine. Suppose any cells have a chromosome number 4, chromosome number 2, after colchicine treatment it's a double, it means it becomes the 4 number of the cells. Clear? So it is actually used for the doubling of the chromosome, colchicine. So colchicine is called the mitotic poison, because it's a mitotic poison as it causes the temporary cessation of the mitotic division by the inhibiting the spindle formation. So colchicine treatment actually in case of the mitotic cell division, this is not used, and if it is used, because if it is used in case of the mitotic cell division, then it is called as the mitotic poison, because it inhibits the spindle formation. It inhibit the spindle formation को inhibit कर देता है. That's why this is known as mitotic poison. Uncontrolled cell division and increase in cell size leads to tumor formation on the cancers. Whenever the cell we just it's a vast actually area of the cell actually cell division, or cancerous cells or the tumor cells. So but basically we call it whenever the excess amount of the cells or excess cell division occurs or increase in the cell size, that leads to uncontrolled cell division, basically that leads to the tumor formation, the tumor cells, and finally it causes the cancer. The main cancer causing cell agent, that is the carcinogens. um, Carcinogens, it is called the cancer causing agent, are radiation and the chemical like the benzopyrene and the aflatoxin, the mustard gas vapors and the vinyl chloride. These are some carcinogens or mainly some cancer causing agents. So what is the main significance or the role of the mitosis? Why mitosis occurs, or what is the role of the mitosis? माइटोसिस का क्या रोल है और इसका क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है? So in the first slide we have already seen that it mainly first of all it occurs or it found mainly in case of the vegetative or the somatic cells. So it whenever we, if there is no mitosis or the mitotical cell division and there is absence of the mitotical, we cannot grow or our growth and development cannot occur, because from small to bigger or anything else, either it may be plants or animals, every organisms, every living organisms, there is the presence of the mitotic cell division. That's why it leads to the cells growth and development and maintenance, its repair mechanism, its growth, its maintenance, all those things, it occurs by the mitotic cell division, or it's the mitosis. Then it comes the genetic stability. Its mitotic cell division results in the daughter cells, which are both quantitatively as well as the qualitatively similar to the parent cells, and thus responsible for the genetic stability. And it is mainly responsible for the genetic stability also. So these are all about the mitosis or mitotic cell divisions. I think all of you guys understands all about the mitotic cell division. Basically, mitosis, a quick revision we have just to discuss the discuss the what is mitosis and all those things, so whatever we study in today class. So first things, that is the mitosis is the equational division or mitotic cell division. It mainly occurs in case of the vegetative or the somatic cells, or it leads to it equal the genetic stability, and exactly the daughter cells are exactly in case of the parental comparison to the parental cells. Or it is then comes to mitotic phase is completed two step, that is the karyokinesis, cytokinesis, and karyokinesis the nucleus division and cytokinesis the cytoplasm division. Then it is karyokinesis followed by four stages like the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Prophase is the first stage, and this is the longest period of the cells. Then comes to metaphase. In this metaphase, there is uh, the cells are the chromosomes are present in the equatorial plate in the middle portion of the centromere. Then comes to anaphase. There is the equatorial poles are separate from each other or move towards the different pole, and the spindle fiber formations occurs here in case of the metaphase stage. Then comes to the anaphase stage. Due to the presence of the spindle fiber, there is the attraction of the spindle fibers. Then the chromosomes appear different shapes like the V shape, J shape, L shape, I shape, and then comes to the telophase. In telophase, the two daughter cells are separated and in a single nuclei, but in case of the cytokinesis, there is it is different into two method, that is cell Furey method, cell plate method. Cell Furey method basically found in case of the animal cells, and cell plate methods are mainly found in case of the plant cells. And significance or the role of mitosis, like it mainly responsible for the growth, development, cell repair, damage in cell repair mechanism. Then it mainly responsible for the genetic stability. So these are all about the mitosis or the mitotic cell division or the equational cell division. So next, in the next session or in the next class, we are going to learn about, we are complete about the meiosis or a meiotical cell division or the reduction divisions. So thank you.